Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Alan, and here on the Boosted Rose, I make videos about basically what I do to my 99 Eclipse GST. And usually I'm modifying it, usually I'm doing something to it, but today I'm doing something a little different. So in the last video, I put on a brand new, well, it's not brand new, it's actually $40, but a brand new, to me, tubular exhaust manifold. We got it ceramic coated, we got it bolted on, replaced a couple studs because I broke them. But yeah, we put it on, and I promised you guys that in the next video, I would show you what it sounded like. So yeah, that's pretty much all we're doing in this video. We're going to be basking in the glorious sounds of a 2G boosted Eclipse. Now, before I show you what it sounds like, let's go ahead and check out what made it sound the way it does. So the biggest difference in sound was made by the aluminum intercooler piping. I'm still on the stock side mount intercooler, but changing all the piping to aluminum made the biggest sound difference. But basically we've got aluminum intercooler piping, aluminum intake, billet aluminum 1G blow-off valve, and finally, last but not least, the new ceramic coated tubular exhaust manifold. So I am still on the stock T25 turbo. So these are all sounds coming from a stock turbo on stock PSI, which is pretty cool. But I really can't wait to hear it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start it up. So a few videos back, I tried to figure out what exhaust was on my car, because honestly, I have no idea. And a guy at a car meet that has a DSM found out, because there's a little stamp on the side, it's actually an Apexi exhaust, or at least the tip and muffler is. I'm assuming the rest of the exhaust is Apexi as well, because it sounds pretty darn good. But yeah, for future reference, I've got an Apexi exhaust. The spool up sounds so good, and the little flutter at the end, oh my gosh. So I think the blow-off valve spring is a little too stiff, which is why it flutters instead of having just a solid, you know. But oh my gosh, that header helped. It helped the whistle be a bit more clear. Not only that, it spools up kind of sooner. You still don't hit hard boost until like after 3,000 RPMs or so, but it spools up sooner, it spools up a bit smoother, which is nice. Power delivery feels nice. I think this header was worth it. Definitely better than stock. So yeah, we're just that much closer to getting to an Evo 316G. That's the final plan. The final plan is 16G and 350 wheel horsepower. No more, but no less. So that's where we're headed. But literally speaking, we're actually headed to a parking lot to get some good shots, some good drive-bys. So we'll be there in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get out of here before someone calls the cops. was a lot of fun. I wish we had a bigger parking lot, but that was the best I could do. But in terms of working my way up to a 16G, this is where we're at right now. So this is kind of like the plan I'm going to follow to get to a 16G and about 350 wheel horsepower. So we put the exhaust manifold on, so check that off. We've got the aluminum intercooler piping and the blow-off valve. Now, we've still got to do a few maintenance things. So I'm going to do the fuel pump rewire, a new thermostat because I need it, and alignment because it needs it. Now, before we do anything insane, I'm going to do a leak down and compression test. Now, if the car does well with the compression test, then I'm going to go ahead and move forward with some big mods because I know it'll be able to handle it. If it doesn't do well with the leak down and compression test, I don't know if I'm going to, you know, throw more boost at it because it could explode on the second pull. You know, I don't know. But it kind of depends on what shape the engine is in. Still thinking about that one. But if it does really well on the leak down and compression test, which it probably won't, but if it does, the next steps are I'm going to get some gauges because I want to know exactly what's going on with my engine. So we're going to get boost gauge, exhaust gas temperature gauge, air to fuel ratio gauge, oil pressure gauge, and coolant temp gauge. That might seem like a lot of gauges, but I want to know exactly what's going on with and in my engine. So after that, we're going to upgrade to a manual boost controller so I can control exactly what's happening with my car, how much boost is pushing. Gonna get some metal shifter bushings because that is a must. DSM Link V3 so I can properly log things and, you know, fun stuff. 650cc or bigger injectors, the 16G install kit from Extreme PSI, and then finally the big Evo 3 16G. So that's kind of the plan that I've got down right now because everyone says, you know, have a plan, otherwise you'll end up wasting money. So this is my plan. I've already done all the maintenance, all new fluids, all new belts, spark plugs. I replaced pretty much all of the coolant hoses and vacuum lines. That was actually in a previous video if you guys want to go check that out. It does need an alignment. It might need some new wheel bearings and things. There's little odds and ends here and there that I'm starting to kind of learn about. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. The plan is to get to 350 wheel horsepower, front wheel horsepower. Obviously, after I make it there, I'm going to have to throw in a heftier clutch. I'm going to have to throw in an LSD as well, just so I can, you know, keep wheel spin to a minimum. Also going to throw on some better, wider tires as well, because tires make all the difference. I would know. I work at Discount Tire. Speaking of wheels and tires, my 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback just got some new wheels put on today, and they look nice. But I'm not going to show you guys in this video. That's going to be next video. I know I'm kind of pulling that right from underneath you guys, but I really wanted to stay focused on the Eclipse this video. But let me say, they're gloss black and they look sharp. Just like that, guys, that's pretty much going to end today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe as well. I would really appreciate that if you would like to see more stuff like this. Obviously, we've got some more mods to throw on. I've got some brake rotors, some front bumper quick releases. But yeah, let me know what kind of cars you guys are working on. If you liked the sound of mine, if you didn't like the sound of mine. But yeah, just like that, guys, this video is over, and I will see you next week.